It's travel day.
We're getting out of Maine. Let's go. Let's go. 140 miles. Man, I am tired. Just pulling this trailer the whole way. It's so heavy. Just kidding. All right, so update on our travel day. If you've been following along with us for a while and know that we've had problems with our Lippert ground control 3.0 leveling system, I've been through a lot of troubleshooting steps, replacing parts and wires. Over the time, it's been a week since I completed the wire replacement, and I had seen the error come back a few times. The error is external sensor fault, and I've replaced the external sensor, I've replaced the wires. So when I got out here in Maine, when we went to hitch up, sure enough, external sensor error, and it happened to me twice, and it wouldn't let me clear them. I went out and I unplugged from the main control board and plugged back in. Forgot what I was saying. The young lady from the front desk came by and brought our papers. I was supposed to go back up there and let them know what site we're in, but the membership specialist was driving around on the cart helping people get in their spots, and he helped me, really helped me get back in, get going forward, making sure I didn't have tail swing with trees, because you can see there's a lot of trees in this park. That's thunder. Can you hear the thunder? I might be running with this good camera. Oh, I'm already feeling drips. I think I'll close things up out here and head in. Wind is coming. Thunder is intense. Yeah, thunder. Wind started kicking up, rain started coming. It's like, let's just go inside right now. All right, so we're here at this park. This is the gateway to Cape Cod. We'll do a full workup on that in a few days. But let's get back to the travel day and what the auto leveling system has done today. So I unplugged it, got a little bit of it, like I was trying to retract the leveling jacks. Then it did it a little bit, and then it aired out again, and I went and unplugged it again and went back, and I did the retract all, but retract only the rears, and from that point on, it worked. Everything worked fine from that point on. Even after we got here, and I went out and did auto level and set up at this campsite, no errors. So, I don't know. It's just, I guess this is just going to be our life. We'll never know what to expect. There are some things that I may still check out. While I was running that cable, I had that part where I was kind of like snagging the wires from the... Oh, there's noises everywhere. I'm trying to get away from noises. I like snagged the wires on the fresh tank water level sensors, and the wires are kind of going through there, and it's just making me wonder if some of those wires are causing like an interference problem, or if the main control board is bad, which is the $700 main control board. Those are our two options, unless if Lippert was like, well, your external sensor is bad. To them, I would say, I bought it brand new from you recently for $300. I would hope you would turn around and give me another one if you think what you just told me was bad. That's what I hope. I'll let you know if that comes up. It feels really weird. We had a lot of travel days getting up to Maine. We went pretty hardcore, pretty fast, got up there, covered thousands of miles, and then we stayed there for 3 weeks. And then not having any travel days for 3 weeks, and it felt like we were newbies all over again. Now, I did want to say, so we didn't have any planned stops. I started the day, bless you. If all the footage came out right and you saw me get diesel before I ever hitched up, I didn't, with 140 miles to drive, I had no reason to get more diesel. We don't have any extended tanks or anything like that. I just carry an extra 5 gallons in a spare tank. But everybody needed to use the restroom and was hungry. And we didn't have enough sandwich meat to make sandwiches for everybody. So we stopped at a Burger King. And this is an interesting story. So Massachusetts has, they're like a rest area, fuel station, diesel station, restaurants, all built into one, and it looks like it's state run. We've seen a lot of these on the toll roads, but this actually, Interstate 95 was not a toll road. And this one, it had a Dunkin' Donuts and a Burger King, which, by the way, there's Dunkin' Donuts everywhere. So we got Burger King, and we didn't get that much food. We got a kid's meal, and then 3 sandwiches, and 2 large fries. And it was $50. And as Tanya was eating her sandwich, and she's like, "This is cold." I'm like, "Yeah, my burger is pretty lukewarm." She thought about going up and saying something to him about, you know, his food is not warm. And I'm like, I don't know if that's going to turn out so well. The staff is already in a mode of they don't care. I don't know that asking them to retry it is going to have a positive effect. I think it's better just to bite the bullet, tell people, steer clear of those Burger Kings and the Massachusetts fuel stations. How about them apples? Yeah, we'll go give them a negative Google review. Kaylin's over here doing dishes. I'm sure you can hear that. And she's like looking at me and dancing. Dance, baby, dance. Looks pretty yummy. So that's a green tea flavor or what? What you got there? Nothing? No comment? And Kira's got one too?
Boba tastes like green tea.
The boba tastes like green tea? It looks kind of yummy. And you all got those at the Trans Asian Market?
In Maine.
In Maine? That's your Maine Asian Market? Your Maine Asian Market?
The Maine. In the Maine.
Well, I wanted to go explore this park and film some of it, but... Oh, the other thing, the internet is not great here. How's your AT&T? You got nothing?
It says 5G, but it isn't.
It's not giving you any kind of speed? T-Mobile was like 1 bar of 5G and then maybe some 4G LTE. It's not really that great.
Speed test.
The trees are thick, but we do have a clearing, and I went ahead and set up Starlink. Kira's saying Starlink's not great either. Kira, it can actually take like 15 minutes or so
I got it.
for it to start positioning.
Why? We're in like this. We're like literally like a couple miles away from this.
From what, the thunderstorm?
Yeah, and it has a little red spot in it. That must be all the thunder.
And then the other one, what was it? The first
one.
What was it?
It just got bigger.
Those colors are actually like the amount of rain. It's not necessarily denoting thunder or lightning.
What was
The
that?
redness
One
got
was it
bigger.
the upload or the download?
It's a gnat. I killed a gnat.
Okay, well, just 547 more to go.
Yes.
We used to have a stink bug infestation. Now we have a gnat infestation. We've been trying a lot of things. They might be fruit flies. I haven't stopped one of them to interrogate and ask, "Who are you?" Rain's coming down pretty good. But we've still got sun shining out there between the trees.
Look how hard it's raining.
It's actually, I don't think it's really raining that hard. I think it's just louder in here than how much rain's actually coming down. I'm a little curious about that tent over there. It does not have a rain fly on it. It's completely open. That's incredible though. Just look at how much sunshine how much sunshine is shining through the trees. But then you can see dark clouds through there. Beautiful green leaves.
I get like barely.
I'm enjoying the weather here a little bit more than Maine, because in Maine it was like we just get to 56 degrees and that's it. Here it's more like 65, 68.
If this froze, we would have a ginormous icicle up there.
Oh.
It's like a river down the campus.
So we are supposed to be here. This is the Thousand Trails Gateway to Cape Cod. We're supposed to be here for 2 nights. The internet situation is completely dismal. That's no good for AT&T, no good for T-Mobile, and no good for Starlink. Maybe Verizon's good, but we've never found a good enough customer service agent to convince us to get any Verizon. So just don't know. Park Wi-Fi is definitely a no-go. This campground was a KOA. That is very obvious. I mean, if you don't recognize the A-frame building for the office, that's how you can tell that this has been a KOA, because they had a standard that they had to build the main office a certain way. And it's built that certain way. But from there, now Thousand Trails owns it. And it's not good. We've stayed at a lot of KOAs. I've stayed at KOAs where you go into the bathhouse, and the bathhouse hasn't been remodeled since the 70s or the 80s, but they clean it and they like repaint it and they refresh it, even though it's not remodeled, and they take care of it for that KOA, because KOA has some standards. I think I'll be able to take a shower at this bathhouse. I think that will be acceptable. It'll be sufficient. How about that? It will be sufficient. I can get the shower done. It's just not great. I don't know if I'm going to get a full tour of this park for y'all, because I think we're going to leave early. I think that tomorrow we're going to go ahead and just hitch up. We've got 240 miles to go to our next 1,000 trails. We've got some friends that are about 70 miles from here. We might just try to find something closer to them, spend the night by them, and have dinner with them tomorrow night, and then we'll have less to drive on Sunday. So, yeah, Tanya, you should have heard her. The internet was so bad, and she was like, I'd rather just go park in a Walmart parking lot. I laughed. I'm like, you know, at least here we do have power with no generator, water, and a sewer hookup. I mean, that's something. So we actually just we were going to go watch a movie, because there was a fairly nice looking movie theater right as we got off the highway. That's been shut down and chained off. So we went to Chipotle, had some Chipotle, went and walked around to Walmart. One of the weird things here, the Walmart closes at 10. In this day and age, post-pandemic, most of the Walmarts close at 11. This one closes at 10. Thought that was kind of weird. They do have plastic bags here, as opposed to Maine. I wanted to maybe try a different grocery store, but there wasn't anything close by. So we got what we got. Just wandered around Walmart for a while. At any rate, I'll see what I can film for you guys tomorrow before we take off. See what we can cover about this place. It's tight. The trees are tight. We were able to get into a decent site. I might have struggled if the membership specialist on the golf cart had not helped me get into the site. I might have struggled getting in here. It was a bit tight with all the trees. But once we got in, the site itself is just fine. The trees, as you can see, I put the awnings out and you can see where the tree is. It may look close to you on camera, but it is actually just fine. And I can get the other awning out, no problem. Trees are big and beautiful here. This was, I'm sure, a beautiful and amazing KOA. And there's still, I mean, there's a lot of positive things about this place. They have stuff going on. They have activities. They were playing Texas Hold'em poker at the recreation center earlier tonight. So there's stuff going on here. It's just the very first thing that you come across when you get here is the road. And if y'all have been staying at 1,000 Trails or paying attention, you'll know the roads are terrible. I mean, terrible. Somebody needs to use that money that we're paying to fix the roads, because the potholes, Tanya's like, hold your drinks. After we hit one of the potholes coming in, it was more like, I think I got whiplash. That's our travel day for you. It was interesting. It was okay. I've had better travel days. Thankfully, we didn't have to go too far. There is one other detail why we're okay with going a little early. We have never been asked for Daisy's vaccination paperwork. We don't have it with us. I left it in the storage unit in Texas. The staff came around after they dropped off our packets. Like, do you have a pet? I'm like, yeah, we have a dog. Okay, we need a copy of the vaccination paperwork. Wow. Can't believe I've never been asked for that, ever. In the 3 years we've been RVing now, no one has ever said anything. So, is it my fault I don't have it? Yeah, pretty much. But I guess everybody else has just kind of set the standard with me that You don't need that. So now I got to figure that mess out. And by the time she said anything, the veterinarian's office is closed for the weekend now in Texas. So she's like, have them send you a copy. Well, that ain't gonna happen. Even if we left on Sunday, it's still not gonna happen before we leave. So it's not gonna happen. But if we run into that anywhere else, now I'm in a pickle. I now have to edit the video here, then take my laptop and drive back over to like where Walmart is, just so I can upload this video. Because if I try to upload from here, y'all won't see this video. So I'm gonna get out of here and go take care of that. Thank y'all so much for watching. Remember that life happens, even campgrounds with terrible internet. That happens. Don't let it stop you. Stay fresh, cheese bags.